Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates an all-weather tunnel in India's Jammu and Kashmir. 10 million devotees take a sacred bath at India's Prayagraj as the world's largest spiritual gathering begins. And the maiden Kho Kho World Cup to kick off in New Delhi on Monday. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Sonamarg Tunnel in Jammu and Kashmir. The Sonamarg Tunnel project, around 12 kilometers long, has been constructed at a cost of over rupees 2,700 crores. The project will enhance all-weather connectivity between Srinagar and Sonamarg en route to Leh. The Prime Minister also interacted with the project officials and met the construction workers who worked meticulously amid harsh conditions to complete the tunnel, acknowledging their contribution to this engineering feat. The Prime Minister said that Sonamarg Tunnel will give a significant boost to connectivity and tourism.
जम्मू कश्मीर की लद्दाख की एक और बहुत पुरानी डिमांड आज पूरी हुई है और आप पक्का मानिए ये मोदी है, वादा करता है तो निभाता है और मेरा तो हमेशा एक मंत्र रहता है, जिसका प्रारंभ हम करेंगे उसका उद्घाटन भी हम ही करेंगे। अब बर्फबारी के दौरान एवलांच से या फिर बरसात में होने वाली लैंडस्लाइड के कारण जो रास्ते बंद होने की परेशानी आती थी, वो परेशानी कम होगी।
And now to news from the Maha Kumbh, the largest gathering of humans on the planet. The 45-day-long Maha Kumbh, hailed as the world's largest religious gathering, began in Prayagraj on Monday. Around 450 million people, including seers, saints and others from different parts of India and the world, will be attending. The festivities began with a holy dip on Paush Purnima at the Sangam, the confluence of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati rivers, early on Monday. Nearly 10 million devotees have taken holy dip in the Sangam area on the inaugural day on Monday. The grand event will conclude on the 26th of February, a rare celestial alignment that occurs only once in 144 years, adds to the speciality of Mahakumbh this year. A large number of foreign tourists flocked to India's northern city of Prayagraj on Monday to one of the largest spiritual gatherings in the world, known as the Mahakumbh Mela or the Great Pitcher Festival. Foreign visitors from countries such as Italy, England and Russia sought spiritual purification by immersing themselves in the freezing waters at the Sangam, the confluence of India's holy rivers, the Ganges, Yamuna and the mythical Saraswati.
फूलपुर के 20
Addressing the media ahead of the Indian Army Day, Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi on Monday discussed about ongoing situation in Bangladesh. General Dwivedi said there is no animosity with Bangladesh at a military level, stressing that Bangladesh is strategically important to India.
I'll take your mind, which has been given by the Bangladesh chief recently, that India is strategically important to us. And same is vice versa. Bangladesh is strategically important to us. As of today, which is the other country which shares border with Bangladesh? It's a small portion, if you see, is on one side, on the southeastern side, otherwise it's all India. Therefore, we are the neighbors, we have to live together, understand each other, and any kind of animosity is not in each other's interest. As of today, firstly, there is no vulnerability from any side. I am in touch with the chief of Bangladesh during the time of when this changeover took place. I was in constant touch with him, and even thereafter in November 24 we had a video conference also. As far as the military cooperation is concerned, is again going up in the same way. Our officers have moved there for the NDC also. There is no let up on that side.
Building the remarkable success of its previous two editions, India Energy Week 2025, the flagship energy event of the Government of India, is being held under the patronage of the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, organized by Federation of Indian Petroleum Industry from the 11th to 14th of February at the Yashobhoomi Convention Centre in New Delhi. The first major global event of the energy calendar, the IEW 2025, is poised to be the most comprehensive and inclusive global energy gathering of the year. Since its inception in 2023, the India Energy Week has grown from strength to strength. It has surpassed other international energy events. This year's edition marks a significant leap over its predecessor, showcasing elevated leadership participation and more dynamic discussions.
There are three things, major things which happen. One, of course, is the conference itself, and all major energy events typically have a conference. They will have technical sessions talking about it. Here we also have, in addition, the exhibition, that is big. And the third element is presentation of technical papers.
The National Health Authority has signed an MOU with the Odisha government for the implementation of Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana in the state. The agreement was signed at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi in the presence of India's Health Minister J.P. Nadda, Odisha Chief Minister Mohan Charan Majhi, and other union and state ministers. Speaking at the event, India's Health Minister J.P. Nadda said Ayushman Bharat was the world's largest and fastest health coverage scheme, and till now 45% of India's population is being covered under this scheme.
नेशनल हेल्थ अथॉरिटी ने आयुष्मान भारत पर 9 महीने के अंदर वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट हेल्थ कवरेज दिया एंड वर्ल्ड्स फास्टेस्ट हेल्थ कवरेज एंड टोटली डिजिटाइज्ड. ये भारत को डिजिटल वर्ल्ड में एक अपना स्थान देता है. और देखिए साइज को आप समझिए, 140 करोड़ लोगों में 10 करोड़ 74 लाख फैमिलीज, 10 करोड़ 74 लाख फैमिलीज, 55 करोड़ पीपल, और बाद में उसमें ऐड हो गए हमारे आंगनवाड़ी वर्कर्स, हमारे आशा वर्कर्स, 36 लाख फैमिलीज वो जुड़ी. और अभी अभी प्रधानमंत्री वय वंदन योजना के तहत 6 करोड़ लोग जुड़े, यानी 61 करोड़ पीपल. That means 45% of Indian population is now covered under Ayushman Bharat.
India's Minister of Minority Affairs, Kiren Rijiju, signed the Hajj Agreement 2025 with Saudi Arabia's Minister for Hajj and Umrah, Dr. Tawfiq bin Fawzan Al Rabia, in Jeddah on Monday. The agreement secures a quota of 175,025 pilgrims from India for the upcoming Hajj season. During his visit to Saudi Arabia, Minister Rijiju engaged in several high-level meetings. In Riyadh, he met with Saleh bin Nasser Al Jasser, Minister of Transport and Logistics Services, to discuss about potential collaborations in transport and logistics sectors between the two nations. Minister Rijiju emphasized India's commitment to providing optimal services to all Hajj pilgrims. The minister will also visit Medina on Tuesday to inspect arrangements at the Jeddah Hajj terminal regarding the upcoming pilgrimage season. And India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has welcomed the Hajj agreement signed with Saudi Arabia. In a social media post on X, the PM Modi said, and I quote, "I welcome this agreement, which is wonderful news for Hajj pilgrims from India. Our government is committed to ensuring improved pilgrimage experiences for devotees," unquote. The highly anticipated SteelFab Expo 2025 began at the Expo Center, Sharjah on Monday, featuring the largest ever Indian participation with over 35 companies under the Confederation of Indian Industry India Pavilion on Monday. This highlights India's growing prominence in the global metalworking and fabrication sectors and strengthens its industrial ties with the UAE and the wider West Asian region. The event will come to a close on 16th of January. India's Electronics and IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav on Monday slammed Mark Zuckerberg for spreading misinformation. Zuckerberg recently sparked controversy where he, during a podcast, said that incumbent government in India lost during elections held in 2024. Taking to social media platform X, the minister wrote, and I quote, "As the world's largest democracy, India conducted the 2024 elections with over 640 million voters. People of India reaffirmed their trust in NDA led by PM Narendra Modi ji's leadership." Mr. Zuckerberg's claim that most incumbent governments, including India in 2024 elections, lost post-COVID is factually incorrect. From free food for 800 million, 2.2 billion free vaccines and aid to nations worldwide during COVID, to leading India as a fastest growing major economy, PM Modi's decisive third-term victory is a testament to good governance and public trust. It's disappointing to see misinformation from Mr. Zuckerberg himself. Let's uphold facts and credibility," unquote. A potential deal to end the Gaza conflict is nearing completion, with Qatar mediating the talks between Israel and Hamas. A final draft of the agreement was presented on Monday following a breakthrough in negotiations attended by U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's envoy. Meanwhile, Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar confirmed progress in the discussions and emphasized that Israel is working closely with both the outgoing Biden government and the incoming Trump administration.
We see some progress in the negotiations. Israel wants a hostage deal. Israel is working with our American friends in order to achieve a hostage deal, and soon we will know whether the other side wants the same thing.
South Korea's acting President Choi Sang-mok on Monday called on presidential security and police to refrain from using violence while executing an arrest warrant for impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol. On Sunday, the lawyer of President Yoon has said that he will not attend the first hearing of his impeachment trial because of safety concerns. The Constitutional Court has scheduled 5 trial dates spanning January 14 to February 4, which will proceed in his absence if he does not attend. Japanese Foreign Minister Iwaya Takeshi held a meeting with his South Korean counterpart Cho Tae-yul in Seoul on Monday. As the key U.S. allies seek to underscore improved ties and shared security concerns amid the worst political crisis in decades in Seoul. The bilateral meeting marks the first of its kind between the countries since President Yoon Suk-yeol's short-lived imposition of martial law last month, a move that stunned South Koreans. Japan, the Philippines and the United States have vowed to further deepen cooperation under a trilateral arrangement in the face of rising tensions in the Asian waters. The Japanese Prime Minister Ishiba Shigeru Philippines President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and outgoing US President Joe Biden met virtually on Monday. The three leaders discussed China's dangerous and unlawful behavior in the South China Sea and agreed on the importance of continued coordination in the Indo-Pacific region. The leaders agreed to enhance and deepen economic, maritime and technology cooperation. Still to come on DD India Live. Los Angeles wildfire death toll climbs to 24. And Apple exports made in India iPhones worth $12.8 billion in 2024.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
You're watching DD India Live. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. Firefighters raced to contain the frontiers of two Los Angeles wildfires that burned for the 7th straight day, taking advantage of a brief respite in hazardous conditions before high winds were expected to fan the flames anew. The death toll from the wildfires has reached 24, with many still missing. California Governor Gavin Newsom has said that it could be the most devastating natural disaster in U.S. history. By Sunday, more than 100,000 people in Los Angeles County had been ordered to evacuate, while another 87,000 faced evacuation warnings. The Palisades fire, which is only 11% contained, threatens more neighborhoods, and as the Santa Ana winds return, authorities warn that conditions could worsen.
Elevated critical fire weather conditions will continue through Wednesday. Please rest assured that your County of Los Angeles Fire Department will be prepared. These winds, combined with low humidities and low fuel moistures, will keep the fire threat in all of Los Angeles County very high.
LA fires have devastated a swathe of city's swanky neighborhoods. While actors, crew, writers and producers have lost their homes, film and television productions have been temporarily halted. The film industry is staring at a long, hard road to recovery and feverish pace of work it has been associated with.
Los Angeles wildfires have already caused damage worth billions, and the losses are mounting. Apart from the infrastructure devastation, the fires have also had a disastrous effect on the city's vast entertainment industry. Hollywood is already counting the costs of yet another drastic setback that its workers can ill afford. Los Angeles' entertainment sector is worth $115 billion to the region's economy. It was already in dire straits when the fires have further upended the curve against it. The COVID-19 pandemic and recent labor upheavals have already taken their toll in recent years. Stars including Anthony Hopkins, Mel Gibson and Billy Crystal have lost their homes. Many hit television shows including Grey's Anatomy, NCIS, Hacks and Fallout have had to halt shooting. Film LA, which handles permissions for outdoor movie and TV shoots, has warned producers working in or near evacuation zones that the permits can be cancelled. Conditions and logistical issues apart, the industry must consider the optics of returning to normal while swaths of Los Angeles are aflame. Nowhere is this issue more delicate than with Hollywood's ongoing award season, with even the televised announcement of this year's Oscars nominees being delayed. Some are calling for the entire award season to be cancelled. With many jobs at stake, that too will not be an easy call to take. Fires have brought misery and destruction to a large area in and around Los Angeles. They have surely added to the challenges faced by Los Angeles' beleaguered entertainment industry. Bureau Report, DD India.
Apple has achieved a major milestone, exporting iPhones worth over 1 lakh crore rupees from India in 2024. Preliminary industry estimates show exports hitting a record $12.8 billion, a 42% jump from last year, driven by increased local production and value addition. Domestic manufacturing surged 46% to $17.5 billion, with Apple accounting for 3/4 of the output. This marks a significant leap from $9 billion in exports in 2023. The French carrier strike group CSG, led by the aircraft carrier FNS Charles de Gaulle, departed India on 9th January for the next phase of mission Clemenceau 25 in the Indian Ocean. After stopovers in Goa and Kochi, the group conducted joint exercises with the Indian Navy, including tactical maneuvers and a cross-deck helicopter operation with the Indian frigate INS Mormugao. The French fleet also refueled the Indian frigate and engaged in joint anti-aircraft drills with Indian fighter jets. On 10th January, a French Atlantique 2 aircraft made a stop in India before continuing to Indonesia. These operations highlight the strong cooperation between France and India, which includes the upcoming 42nd edition of the bilateral naval exercise Varuna. The two countries have maintained a strategic partnership for 27 years, marked by frequent joint exercises across multiple domains. Delhi continues to battle severe winter conditions with dense fog and persistent cold disrupting daily life. On Monday, the India Meteorological Department issued an orange alert, predicting dense fog in the morning and smog or shallow fog during the evening and night. DD India's correspondent Tapas Bhattacharya spoke to Dr. Soma Sen, a senior scientist at IMD, for her insights.
Chilly days, chilly morning in the national capital, and to talk about that, why is such a cold day prevailing over the NCR? I have with me Dr. Soma Sen, senior scientist from the IMD. Ma'am, we can see the western disturbance coming in, but there is a layer of fog in the northwest part of India. What are the color coordinated warnings that you guys have issued so far?
Currently, a western disturbance is moved away. Yeah. So that is giving today weather over Arunachal Pradesh. Right. Already thunderstorms have started, weather is continuing. A fresh western disturbance is approaching. So behind the western disturbance, we generally start to see foggy conditions. Temperature starts to drop because northwesterly winds come in. So currently the situation is over entire North India, there has been a 1 to 5 degree drop in minimum temperatures.
Right. This particular map, this whole area, this whole northwest part of the country, you can see there are yellow alerts and there are places orange alerts, right?
Orange alerts is on two bases. One is the impact, because the highways along this region are very dangerous. The second thing is the probability. This region is the most dangerous currently in terms of fog warnings.
Why, when Delhiites, for that matter, people in the NCR region can heave a sigh of relief from this particular cold conditions.
Another western disturbance is likely to approach North India, the one that you are seeing over Iran right now. This particular western disturbance is likely to cause weather from 14th night over Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. So associated with this, not much rainfall is likely, but you're likely to see moist southeasterly winds coming in, and again temperatures will rise. Right. Once it rises, immediately fog conditions will reduce. You are likely to get light rain in some places, and once it passes after 15th or 16th, again foggy conditions, cold day, cold wave conditions will come.
After the western disturbance, we are expecting this cold wave, or for that matter the cold day conditions, to prevail further. And it's not expecting relief anytime soon for Delhiites. With camera person Naveen, this is Tapas Bhattacharya for DD India from Delhi.
In sports news, Kho Kho World Cup 2025 is set to kick off at the Indira Gandhi Indoor Stadium in New Delhi on Monday. The event will feature 20 men's teams and 19 women's teams from around the globe. The Indian men's team, led by Pratik Vaikar, will begin their campaign against Nepal on Monday following the opening ceremony. Meanwhile, the women's team, led by Priyanka Ingle, will face South Korea in their first match on Tuesday.
आज ये हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि पहली बार खो खो का वर्ल्ड कप होने जा रहा है। मुझे कप्तान चुना गया है तो मुझे बहुत खुशी है और मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रहेगी कि सबको साथ लेके हम हमारे भारत को गोल्ड जिता के दिखाएंगे।
The India Open begins on 14th January at the KD Jadhav Indoor Hall in New Delhi. India fields its biggest ever squad with 36 players. Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy, Chirag Shetty, Lakshya Sen, HS Pranoy and PV Sindhu lead the charge. Top-tier action awaits as India's finest face global challengers.
India Open Badminton Tournament will take place at the KD Jadhav Indoor Hall in New Delhi from January 14 to 19. Over 200 players from top badminton nations will battle for glory. India is fielding its largest ever contingent with 36 players and 22 entries across 5 categories. Leading the charge are Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty, Lakshya Sen, HS Pranoy and PV Sindhu.
I haven't played the Indian Open last year due to the injury, so for me I think it's definitely going to be very special and especially happening in India. So I'm really looking forward for it, and I think it's going to start soon. That's from tomorrow. So I hope I do well and give my best.
Rankireddy and Shetty, fresh off a semi-final run at the Malaysia Open, aim for their first title of 2025. In men's singles, Lakshya and Pranoy will seek to bounce back from disappointing outings in Kuala Lumpur, while Priyanshu Rajawat adds depth to the squad.
Last year was a bit tough for me as well, coming this close to a medal and then missing out. But yeah, I think for me the fire inside, it's still burning, and I want to come back stronger from that and do well in the next this year and then leading up to the next Olympics. And yeah, I think it was tough, but yeah, I think I'm looking forward, and the fire inside is me still burning to do well in the future tournaments.
Last year we played the finals here, and I think to see that crowd, the people that turned up at the stadiums, I think it was incredible because like you said, as athletes, you want to play in those stadiums where there is a massive crowd that has turned up, and to be playing in that KD Jadhav Hall with so many people turning up in the finals, I think it was incredible.
Fans can look forward to thrilling matches as India's finest face global stars, including Victor Axelsen and Shi Yuki in this electrifying event. Narayan Singh's report, DD India.
And that's all for this edition of DD India Live. Let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. You can get all the latest news and updates on the DD India mobile app. It's available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code now on the screen to download it. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran from all of us here in New Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India Live.